here with one of my favorite videos to watch, and that is spring sewing plans. I thought I would go through all of the ideas that I have. I'm probably not going to get to all of them. I have a quilt that I want to do, and then this is all for dresses. This is fabric from, there's Fabricland, Blackbird Fabrics, and Thread Count Fabrics, and I forget where I got this one, but I will link everything that is still available below, and I will put up inspiration and patterns right here. So I'll get started with the dresses that I want to do. I'm very inspired by Oak Meadows, Meadow Dress, I believe it's called. I have a version of it. It doesn't have a frill on the side, but I got it last year, and it's in a floral, and I got it when I was pregnant, and I absolutely love this dress. And she just released a blue gingham version of it, which is so cool, but I wanted to do a black gingham version of it. So this is just 100% cotton fabric. I pre-washed it. It washed really well, which is really nice. And yeah, it has nice movement. So that I looked and looked and looked for that pattern, and I couldn't find anything that was perfectly matched to it. And so I'm going to combine these two patterns. So this is the Simplicity, this is like a vintage pattern, 8799, and it's a nightgown. And then this is the Butterick B5792. So this is the neck shape that I want, that is most like that dress, and it has tucks instead of gathers. So I thought I would just not tuck it and just use gathers instead. And yeah, and then I think there should be enough room for that. I would just have to adjust the length of the ruffle around the neck for that one. And then this one shows how to do a casing and a frill at the same time. So I'm going to use the instructions for this, and look at the bottom. I might do that on the bottom. Isn't that nice? Instructions for this one, and the pattern for this one to achieve the Oak Meadow dress. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna ask in the comments which one I should start with, because I really have no idea. And I'll also put that up on Instagram if you'd rather vote there, starting now. This is the Blackbird Fabrics. I love Blackbird Fabrics because they always have these really nice tags, and they say what it is, what the content is, and then how to care for it. So this is their Carefree Cotton Linen Twill, and a lot of their linens they keep carrying over and over again. And I really love just how comfortable this is. I have a pair of pants in it, and I absolutely love it. I'm not sure if it's the right fabric for this or if I should do a linen, but I want to do the Ginkgo Pinafore, which is very much like if you like doing the Pacifica Dress. It was the Ash Dress, and then I think they made some changes to it, and then they renamed it the Pacifica Dress. And I've always loved it. I've always loved the black version of it, and then they have a bit of a sleeve that they added to it, which I may or may not do. So I don't know if I have even enough of this. This is 3 meters. That one says it's supposed to be 4.5 meters for my size. So we'll see if I have enough. Otherwise, I will look for linen somewhere. It's so expensive. If you have a good, if you know of a good deal on linen and you're like Canadian, yeah, please let me know, because I would love to make this in a nice crisp linen. All right, the next fabric I have is this really pretty woven fabric. I forget what this is called and where I got it. I was influenced by Sydney Graham, who made something in this, I believe it was her, last year, a dress. And I just really wanted to use it. I really love this blue, and I really love all the daisies that are in it. Isn't it sweet? But the stripes, the vertical stripes intimidate me. But I think what I'm gonna do, and this is like the Bianca dress for Christy Dawn, is this pattern. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a longer version of it, and then I'm gonna do a short sleeve. So that's my plan for that one. I have an Oak Meadow dress that's very similar to that, but has buttons down, and it's a beautiful pink plaid, but it's a little bit too big on me now. So I really wanted to have this kind of style again, and I think having, yeah, a longer version with a short sleeve is gonna look really, really, really cute. All right, this next fabric is probably one of my favorites that I have. It is poplin. Poplin is one of my favorite fabrics to wear. This shirt is actually poplin. This is the doe and rose, and I love it. It's very practical. I started wearing florals when I had children, because if I spill on myself or they spill on me, you can't really notice it. Like having a busy fabric, busy pattern, like really helps with that kind of messy lifestyle. And it also dries really quickly. So very practical summer dress. I just love this fabric, and I've had it for a while, and I didn't know what to make with it because I was looking at all of the poplin items that I actually like to wear, and I like to wear something a little bit loose but with not too much volume. That being said, I am going to do, I think, a low volume version of the picnic set, which without the ruffle. What's really nice is if you go to, this is by Kaden Naughton, and if you go to her Instagram, she has 4 like highlights, like picnic set 4, picnic set 3, of so many people who've made this pattern because it is so beloved. I'm gonna change it a little bit though. I think what makes it so successful is the short sleeve and the volume. Everyone loves it. It looks so cute on everybody. But I think I'm gonna leave the sleeve open and then add a little bit of length. I saw someone in one of those highlights where they used a white, and it looks like poplin or looked like a more stiffer fabric around Christmas time. They called it a Christmas set, and it looked so good. And she left the sleeve open, and she had a very dramatic ribbon in the front. And then that made me think of the amber dress from Christy Dawn, which I've always loved. So, but it's like a lesser volume version of the picnic set. So that is my plan for that. I'm gonna do a toile. Out of this fabric, I've had so many issues with sewing dresses for myself, so I like stopped doing it for a while, and that's kind of how I went into quilting, because I would just not plan ahead well, or else I would make something and just be like, why am I making this? It's gonna be a pretty dress, but like I won't wear this at the end. Like I started making the Silver Saga Eleonora in this beautiful lilac like linen, and I'm like, I never wear that color. Like, what am I thinking? Like, I just got carried away. And so I was really trying for this season to plan everything out, and I think I have good ideas. I think I have really good ideas. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get to, and I need your help, again, voting on which one to start with. I'm leaning towards this simplicity pattern with the floral, because it is so wearable and has sleeves, and the picnic set also has sleeves. So we'll see. I'm gonna make a toile for the picnic set out of this. This was my original idea for the picnic set. I have so many meters of this. What do I have? I have 6 meters of this because I was gonna make my daughter and I matching pajamas at Christmas, and I was gonna use like extra small, whatever the smallest size is for her on this. She likes wearing like those floaty short dresses, like her old doe and stuff. Like I've gotten her doe and stuff from like size 6 to 10 because she's 10 years old right now, and so she doesn't really fit into their stuff anymore, but her old stuff she still wears as tops for sleeping. So I wanted to make us matching ones, so I'm gonna make myself a top out of this, and then I'm gonna make myself pants, and I think it's Matchy Sewing where I made a pair of black pants, and I loved them. And they're like the Rudy Jude ones that are poplin, and then they have that frill on the bottom. I highly recommend this pattern. It's so easy. I made them out of the cotton twill from Blackbird Fabrics, and they're one of my favorite pants. I love them so much. I wear them around the house, and because they're black, I do wear them outside. They feel like sweatpants. So highly recommend that pattern if you're looking for something similar. So that's gonna be my working toile out of this. And then my quilts, you'll have to pardon all the cuts. I have a lot of cuts because I'm coughing. I'm a little bit sick right now. So if you see everything kind of starting and stopping, it's because I'm coughing through this. Shouldn't be talking this much. Anyway, I have this really beautiful bundle from Thread Count Fabrics. It is so nice. I don't think they sell it anymore, but I will link what I can find below and what the fabrics are from. Twin Hills, that's what this is. 15 pieces and half yards. So my son's kindergarten teacher is someone I just absolutely adore. She's been teaching him for 2 years, SK and JK, and she taught my daughter for a year, and hopefully she will teach August when he gets there. But I just thought I would make her a quilt because I just, adore her, and I want to thank her for all of her hard work. I love a couple patterns. I have a book back there. I made a couple quilts now. I made one for my mom using a pattern, and I made my son's ones and not using a pattern, just using a block that I like. And then I have some that I'm working on downstairs, and it's again a block that I like, but it's not a pattern. So I'm I'm not cutting everything properly, so I've had extras which I turn into another quilt, but I really want to plan this next one. However, I'm going to show you the quilt block that I like, and it's this one called Antique Tile. I think it's so pretty, and this gives the instructions for that, but not for a full-size quilt. This is from Alice's Wonderland Sampler Quilt. I love this book so much. It starts from easy blocks. It goes from easiest to hardest, and she uses only Liberty fabrics. But then you have like just really simple ones where you do strip piecing, and then all the way to like some really gorgeous appliques. So this is really good for inspiration. Not so good for just giving me the exact yard, like amount to cut, which I should. I'm sure there's something out there that will help me figure it out. But I'm going to maybe do this one with this fabric. So this is Best Buds. For that antique tile, if you have a pattern or know of a pattern that I could purchase, for that I would love that. But otherwise I have this Best Buds one that I might do. I think it's so beautiful. It is for advanced beginner sewist and up. So I'm not really sure. Having advanced beginner in it is kind of funny. But my son's teacher, they go to the forest. She likes camping, and I just really liked the idea of a nature-themed quilt block for her. I also have the Fernway by Southern Quilt Company, I believe, and that's a beginner one, and the blocks are huge and they're beautiful, and I thought that one would be good to use too. So I haven't decided which one, but so my plan is to decide which one pretty soon. I have some projects that I'm finishing up, start on this quilt, and then also do a dress at the same time, because I like alternating between projects because I get bored really easily and I don't like doing the same thing for hours on end. So that's my plan. Please let me, and I think that's, wild cards. I have some patterns and fabric that might just like come ahead of everything, just in case I find the pattern or the fabric that will inspire me to make that. And one of these is this really pretty linen that I've held on to for a while, and this is so cool. This is from Blackbird's Fabric. I love this. I bought it and I was like, I have no idea what I'm gonna make with it, but I think it is so cool. And I think it would be a good set somewhere, like a crop sleeve, like tank, and then a like skirt. I don't know if I have enough fabric for that, but I think it is so cool. It's this really lovely, like thick linen. So it doesn't have a lot of movement, but so I think it would suit a style like that. And then I have the Silver Saga Eleonora dress. I love her stuff. I think it's so beautiful, but I just can't make a decision on what to make for, like, what to make out of it. And then I have the Bubble Frock, which I almost decided to use that this floral with, because I thought the volume of poplin would work really, really well with it. But I'm not sure of the strapless style. I feel like having sleeves will be a little bit more wearable for me. I'm so paranoid about burning myself in the summer, and I feel like, and it's Canada, like we just like sleeves are necessary for how cold it is most of the time. And then I just bought this one. This is the Pansy dress by Janelle at Rosary Apparel, and I just like binged her stuff, like her videos. And she's so talented. She's very good at making clothes that look good on her. Her and I have a very similar style. She likes like Loeffler Randall, and you can see that she's inspired by like Joan and Christy Dawn. But she has this really cute pattern, and she's made a couple things from it. So she's made one that's out of gingham with a sleeve, and then the collar, what is it? Not the facing, but the binding for the collar is in the gingham, and it looks so good. And then she also made this pinafore, which had bows on the side, and she used this pattern. And so I thought this was a really useful pattern to get, and I might make something from it just sporadically. We'll see what happens. Those are my plans. Those are my ideas. I would love to hear what you think, what your plans are. And that's it. Like this video if you liked it. Tell me, your sewing plans. I'd love to hear that. And tell me which one I should start with. Please, I need help. Okay, bye.